So I have a question involving recipes here, and we've been told a recipe for 8 biscuits, and it's got the following amount of ingredients, and we've got to work out the greatest number of biscuits that Tarek can make. Lots of ways of doing this question. We could decide on what's the answer for 1 biscuit, so that would seem logical. We're trying to make the greatest number of biscuits, so we'll go for 1 biscuit. 8, so we're going to divide each of these by 8. Dividing by 8 is halving, halving and halving again. So for this one it's going to be 15 grams of butter. For this one we halve 30, half 15, 7.5 grams of sugar. And this one halve it 90, halve it 45, so 22.5 grams. Okay, so we've worked out that we require that amount of material per, or ingredients per biscuit. We've got to make the greatest number of biscuits possible. So 330 grams of butter, 200 grams of sugar, and 450 grams of flour. Alright, let's do flour first, because I can see a connection with the flour. So 450 divided by 22.5, well, we can see that 22.5 is a half of 45, so 4,500 divided by 225, 450, so if we make that 450, we've doubled it. Make that 9,000, then we can see 20, so that's 20 biscuits. Okay, so for the flour says that we could make 20 biscuits, so what we've got to do is check whether we can make 20 with the sugar. So do we have 20 lots of sugar? So if we do sugar, 20 times 7.5 is, well, 2 times 7.5 is 15, and times by 10, so that's 150 grams. Yes, we do have enough. And 330 grams of butter, so 20. So for butter, we're going to see that we've got 20 biscuits times 15 grams. Well, that's 300 grams. Yes, we do. So because flour has become the limiting factor, as in it needed the most material for the amount of material we had there, or ingredients should I say, then I went for flour first. I could have done the same idea with butter. I could have worked out how many biscuits for 330 grams of butter by seeing how many 15s go into 330, and then I could check that the caster sugar and the flour would give us enough. But I just recognised quite quickly that that is related to that quite nicely, so I went for flour first. But it wouldn't have mattered which way round, as long as you ended up with a final answer of 20 biscuits. It's no good going for any of the other ingredients, because once you know that flour you can only get 20, then you just check is there enough sugar and butter for the others. So that's the way that that question would have been done. So again, it's about working out the fact that 1 biscuit required these materials, and then working it through to work out what we could have got. Okay. There are lots of ways of doing this question. Could have done it by ratios, could have done it by all kinds of things, but working out what 1 biscuit required was probably a more straightforward technique.